Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a kellofaplan release and we have 3 sticker books and a cover here. There are multiple covers. I just received one of the options. These items were gifted to me, so thank you to Heather for sending them to me. I will link everything down below so that if you choose to shop, you can easily grab that. Thanks so much if you click my affiliate link. But let's take a look at these sticker books and this cover. I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this and then we'll create something once we see all the different stickers. All right, so these are mini-sized covers that are like this faux leather kind of feel. And they've got the snap cover. They have the pen loop. That's awesome. And this one's the white one. Oh, they have little pockets. That's so cute. They have multiple color options. I chose the white one. And I think I am going to set up just a little to-do list. I have been doing a lot of lists lately just to keep my mind together, not just planners, not just journals, but a lot of lists. I don't decorate them, I don't share them, I just keep them. And I've been using like notepads and printer paper and all that kind of stuff, but I think I'm just going to make a little to-do list notebook that then I can just tear out the page when I'm done with that list. And it won't have all these ripped pages on the edge and all that stuff. And I don't have to keep the old lists. I can just recycle them. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this later. And it'll just live on my kitchen counter. But there are a lot of color options. Okay, then we have 3 sticker books. We have Doodles and Icons, Happy Easter, and Fruit and Florals. And there looks to be an extra page here of fruit and florals. So either there was a messed up page or a missing page. So we've got these here. You can see a sneak peek of the sticker book. Okay, so we'll take a look at that in a minute. Let's just go from left to right. We're gonna do quick flip throughs and then create something in one of my many journals. Okay, so Doodles and Icons. These look to be a lot of functional icons. If you're thinking about using them other than like a pin on something important or a money sticker on your calendar for payday, if you want to use these for Dutch doors, look at how symmetrical these are. These ones you can easily cut and flip the pen. This one you could take off the little lines here and then it'll be perfectly symmetrical. So really easy to use for a fun Dutch door spread. In fact, these might be fun to do something just black and white that I could color in later, because they are perfect coloring stickers too. All right, so all sorts of doodle icons for various things that you could put in your planner, in your calendar, whatever you want. But these are great for Dutch doors too. Oh my gosh. This is so fun. It's going through all the different things. So we've got our cleaning, we just saw the travel. Here's like all sorts of different things. Happy mail calendars, budget stuff, gardening, babies and pets, crafts and food and activities, games, all the workout stuff, socializing, doctor's appointments, all sorts of different icons. This is actually pretty fun. So I think the point would be to use these in, I like the little puzzle pieces in like your calendar to mark, like if you're going to a play or you're having a game night or something like that. But I think you could use them in so many different ways. These are super fun. Okay, now some bigger things, like little box stickers you can use and flags. A whole bunch of arrows. That's so cute. And then these are ones that are labeled with different dates. New Year's Day, Valentine's Day, Ramadan, Good Friday, Earth Day, like so many things. Hanukkah, Yom Kippur. This is awesome. All right, 2 pages of that. Everything had 2 pages of each. Okay. And then this one's an entirely Easter themed book. So let's take a look. These ones typically have a set of boxes and then a few pages of the decorative stickers. These little images are so cute in the art style that was done for this. Oh my god. I love the little characters. They're adorable. Okay. Retro Easter. That is also very cute. These are adorable. I love the little pastel animals. Okay, this one's brighter. This is so fun. Sports Easter. This one's less cartoon. I mean, it is a little cartoony, but more painted versus the other ones were like lined art. So some different art styles in here, which is always great. I love the chicks and the eggs. Okay, this one's like an Easter with some added textures and things. That's pretty cool. Oh my gosh, these letters are fun. They are so fun. Oh my gosh, I love these letters. These ones have little eggs on them. All right, we've got some quotes. And then we've got some Easter quotes versus bunny quotes. And then a few more decorative stickers. And that's all. All right, so now we've got fruit and florals. We've got these 2 pages, which are clear sticker paper, and they are different, as in these are different, but these are the same. So let's take a look and see if these are repeated in here or what. Okay, so again, set of box stickers and then a couple pages of decorative stickers. So here we go. And this one's fruit and florals. It's always such a good combo. Okay, this is the page that we have here. And I honestly don't see anything wrong with it. Let's try to... the sticker comes up and everything. So I'm not sure why this was included. Maybe some of the sticker books are messed up, but this one doesn't appear to be. So just some extra pages, perhaps. Okay. Then yellow and lemon theme. This is so cute. All right. Look at these strawberries. They're adorable. Okay. This is very bright. Right, oranges and white florals. Very bright yellow one, so some more lemons in a different kind of theme. Some peaches. Oh, I love the peaches. Florals with strawberries again. Then apples. All right, very cute. So that is that sticker book. So these are the 3 sticker books releasing today. They're available now, as well as mini covers. But today we are going to continue using this little B6 notebook. Because this is one of my research and development notebooks, it is one that I don't write in, but I like trying different sizes. So I've got a traveler's notebook, got a B5, which is larger, a couple of A5s, and I basically try out different things in here because I like playing with these, and I don't have enough actual journals of my own to write in. So I use other ones and decorate them. And this one is more than half done. And that means when it is done, look, I just found some things I didn't trim. When it is done, I'm going to do a giveaway and give it away because it's not my personal diary and I'm not going to be writing in it. I'm just playing with stickers in this one. So let's use this one today and make a black and white Doodles and Icons spread. I think that'll be really fun, but I am going to grab a few black and white washi tapes as well. So let me get those. Okay, I grabbed a bunch of options. I'm throwing them everywhere. These ones were a set on Amazon, and this one was from Planything. Okay. So what I think would be really fun, oh, we'll also grab, since we're doing black and white, my really thin tape. I think that'll be helpful. What I'd like to do is like Dutch doors going down and make a bunch of them so we can kind of do different themes down the different pages, but then maybe put in a washi tape in between on the pages and make as many like tabs as we can. Just for some balance. Like I think the darker ones might look really great with this. So let's see, let's do, which ones do I want to do for the front one? The weather ones might be kind of fun, but also like the party ones and like the cards and stuff. What about doing all the crafty ones on the front one? So we've got like handmade cards, that would work for crafty. And we've got, where did they go? There's so many icons in here, so many stickers on each page. How many stickers are on this? 3,212 stickers. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Okay. Okay, so here's some painting stuff and knitting needles. So let's grab a couple of those. I'm just gonna make a little set of stickers on my hand. Okay. And see what else we can find. See if we can get a bunch of craftiness, and if not, we'll add in some games and stuff. Okay, I like the stamps. The camera goes into craftiness as well. So does the writing and the paper with scissors and glue, of course. Okay, the writing one may be harder to make even. Oh, the pin cushion. Okay, what? I just need to start putting things down. Okay, so we're gonna start here and just start putting things down and just go for it. So when I'm doing this and I'm making it this close to this edge, this will become part of this page for me. It doesn't have enough space to really write a whole day's worth of stuff. You could always turn it sideways and write this way, but I usually just write across the spine over to here just because it works. All right, we are just putting things down, going straight down the page. I think that was one of everything, and that was about half. So let's just throw in one more thing in the middle. How about just some notebooks? I think they're maybe more for school, but whatever. And then I'm just gonna put them in a different order, coming down the page like this. Let's do the pin cushion. Oh, didn't have room for this one. That's okay, we'll use it on the back side. Okay. So we are going to cut it here using my gyro cut, if I can grab it. So you can make Dutch doors out of everything. These are icon stickers. They're probably meant for your calendar more so, but you can be creative with them too. And then they're cute little coloring icons for you. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we are just gonna grab the matching stickers and put them on the back. This one, because it has that little part, won't fit perfectly here, but we can turn it a little bit more and make it work. Yeah, okay. So we also did a single notebook from this page. All you have to do is just find the matching sticker and line it up now. So we'll grab 2 pin cushions. These are not going to be perfect either, but you can turn them to make them fit pretty well. The backside, unless you have a sticker that's perfectly symmetrical, is never going to be exactly perfect, and that's okay. All right, the cameras, these ones are symmetrical. That's really nice. Okay, another page. Did I do the stamps? No, I didn't do the stamps. Okay. Then the only one left, I think, is the painting one. Just need to go find it now. All right, there we go. I can trim off these little edges, and then we've got our first Dutch door done. Now the question is, do we do all of them like this with all sorts of different icons, or do I lay tape in between it as like a visual break between them, because the dark tapes might look really nice here. Tapes are easy to pull up if we decide not to. So what do we think? I think I really like it. So we're gonna go with that. We will also have to use some boxes on this spread and add in some icons on the pages once the Dutch doors are done to make it like a full, beautifully decorated spread. So we will do that. Okay, only have 1 page. I have accidentally cut through multiple pages before. Okay. And I'm going to try to remember at the end to do the corner rounder on all of the straight cut. Whoa, I tore it like right on the edge. That's crazy. Don't need to trim that one. But I'm going to try to remember to use the corner rounder. In fact, I'll just grab it and put it right up here so I see it. Okay. So moving on, we just did like activities, like hobbies and stuff. Why don't we do self-care, like working out, bath, eating well, that kind of stuff? So we could use the plate icon. We could make the bath work. The person head, of course, a book, candles, tea. Okay, just grabbing things. Okay, actually we can use just this page. That's awesome. Okay, we're gonna just make sure that it's, you know, lined up so that we're not going past the strip that we have here. Okay. I want to make sure that it's not too far over too. So I want to keep it right down this line if I can. Yeah. Okay, let's just grab some others of these again. Let's do, I really like the bath one. I don't know that it's going to be really good for the Dutch door, but that's fine. And I always love a good cup of tea. So there we go with this one. Headphones are perfectly symmetrical, so that is an easy one to do. And we need a little partial one. Let's do the meal. Okay. And that is good there. So again, we can cut it. You can cut it with whatever tools you have. It could be scissors and you're fussy cutting it. That is probably the easiest one if you don't have all these tools yet. It does take a little more effort because you have to turn the notebook with you with your scissors so that you can, you know, get them cut. If you get a little cutting mat like this is Cricut Joy sized. I got a bunch of them from the Dollar Tree originally, and then these ones were from Journal Say, but you can get them from anywhere. Get a little cutting mat and get a cutting tool. Cheapest option is going to be a little pen click tool like this. I got this off Amazon in like a 4-pack. They don't rotate like this one does, so again, it's a little harder to use. This one rotates. There are other options that rotate, but if you're interested, this is linked down below. It's my favorite. Okay, so we are just going to go through and do these. Again, this is not going to be perfect on the back side because like things like the cup are not perfectly symmetrical. And that's okay. Just kind of turn the stickers until they fit the best they can. And it is fine. Okay. Now this one goes over her face a tiny bit, so what you can do in that case is these are white stickers, so they have a little bit of an edge. So just take off the edge of the sticker. Okay, what's next? Book. Candles, headphones, bath again. How far does that bath go? So like there's a little gap there. Oh, I went over the edge of the headphones too. There's a little gap right there, and I'm fine with it. Okay. Person, cup, headphones, and food. Okay, we are going to have multiple pages of these things, so I need to decide which tape to use next, because I do like this kind of pattern of one more intensive page with all the doodles and one simple page. So I do want to use this one eventually, but I think back here, maybe do this one next. I think I want to move it over just a tiny bit. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. So this makes really skinny little Dutch doors, which we could have started closer to this side so we could have fewer Dutch doors, but I do like seeing how many Dutch doors I can make in like a single spread. That can be fun, which is why I sometimes start like so far over. I think it adds a really cool effect from the front. Okay, next, what theme should we do? So we did hobbies, we did self-care. Maybe like budget or something. Let's take a look. That looks pretty cool though. Okay. Let's do celebrations. That one is a fun one. And we've got a bunch here. So, kind of fireworks, a card, a little gift bag, a cake, Again, making sure I'm really lining things up. And these aren't perfectly symmetrical, but that's okay. We can make it work. Let's do the present. I think that one's a little too far down, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. Party hat. And then let's start repeating some of these. Oh, but the flowers, they're so cute. Okay, we're gonna put the flowers in, then start repeating a few of these things. I want another one of these in. And then let's do another cake. And that's basically the bottom. All right. We've got this. All right, that wasn't sped up at all, so you could see how quick that actually is to use. There's a learning curve. Don't expect to use it that well if you just buy it and bring it out of the box. You do have to practice. I recommend getting different pieces of paper, a thick cardstock, printer paper, washi tape on paper, and practice doing straight lines and curved lines and seeing how much pressure you have to put down in order to cut things, because if you want to cut through a page versus just trim a piece of washi tape on the page, it requires a very different amount of pressure, right? So practice, practice, practice will help you out quite a bit. Party hat. And a cake. All right, we have 5 Dutch doors done. Look at that. That is super cool looking. I really love the, back and forth between them. That's pretty cool. So now the horizontal stripes, I really love tapes like this. Let's see where that is. Nope, gotta move it over a little. Okay. Yeah. Actually, can we? We shouldn't move it over. We can see a little bit of the black here, and I don't want it to go too far. Okay. By the way, this notebook is from Archer and Olive. Wherever you get notebooks from, if you are going to be making Dutch doors or waterfall tabs like cuts on the page, you'll probably want a notebook that is like 160 GSM paper weight. And that is just so the paper holds up with all your cuts and all the things you're putting on the page. And also, they don't bleed through or ghost with your normal pens. Like a black ink pen that you're writing with, or a highlighter, or things like that. Of course, if you use like Sharpies and you're putting a lot of ink on the page, that's a different story. But your normal pen types will not bleed through with this nice thick paper. And also, it holds up well with all this like page manipulation that we're doing with the cuts and folds and all those things. Look at this. Okay, I think that was the very last of the waterfall tabs. So let's just go ahead and cut these before I forget. This is an unnecessary step. You could also use it with scissors and round the corners by hand if you wanted to try doing that. I just like the way rounded corners look because the pages here are rounded. But it's totally not necessary. There are a lot of different places to get corner rounders like this. That one is not working. Okay, we're gonna fix that one. I've seen them at places like Michael's. I got this one online. And there are a lot of different brands that put them out as well. So, there. Look at how cute that is. I think just to fill this in, we need one more Dutch door like this, and then we'll put this tape on the very back page to bring this back. So, we did hobbies, self-care, celebration, travel. We're going to do travel. That's a good one. And we are just going to lay things down and go for it. And I'm just going to like grab, I think just go straight down this list because all of these stickers are good. And we're just going to see how far we get. So we've got a phone with a map. We've got a world. We've got a backpack, a plane. Let's see, I think I'm going to skip the hotel one and go straight to the train. Then here is where I'm going to change it and go to the island and bus. And then the boat on the very bottom. There we go. Okay, this is our very last cut. And then because this is an entirely black and white spread, I will grab Mojo Jojo Plans boxes because she has a full black box sticker book, so I can use as many as I want. I just got 3 more of those sticker books because I use so many just plain black boxes in all the spreads that I create. Okay. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so again, just playing that puzzle game of grabbing the matching sticker and lining it up. And if it doesn't line up perfectly, kind of spinning it to see how it's going to fit best and just go with it. I'm trying not to overthink the back side of these too much because I could spend hours trying to line everything up absolutely perfectly. And that wouldn't do either of us any good. Okay. Right, we're almost there, just the boat. Okay, so let's trim these. Flying sticker pieces, let's remove those. Okay, and then I had said we will use this one on the back. And let's just see if we need to lay down one more. No, I think we're good. There's like a tiny bit of white space right there, but not much. So we're just gonna call it good. So these ones have rounded corners, so it's easiest to see from the back side so that you can really follow that line and just trim it up. Okay, but look at how fun that looks. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next step is to get something right here. And I think what we're gonna do is use this one. No, I wanna use this one. This one's fun because then let's put it like here. I'm just picking a spot randomly because I don't want to put it all the way over here, just because then we wouldn't have any space here. I'm also gonna put this down. I like putting stuff on this page over here. You don't need to, you could have it as fully journaling space, but I like to, because this is so heavy on decoration like that, I like to have a little decoration on this side just for balance. All right, here we are. And what we're gonna do is just grab stickers from all these different things and make a collage here. So just gonna start and put some world things down, and we're just gonna try to fit everything in. This one, because we have stuff over the edges, I want stuff over this edge too. Well, not over the edge, but lined up with the edge. So we're gonna cut a couple stickers in half to serve that purpose. Okay. And this is meant to be messy and overlapping and all sorts of different things. So we are just laying everything everywhere. I'm not really thinking about which ones I'm choosing. I'm just seeing, okay, I had grabbed these ones earlier, so we're including them. So that all the stickers from over here end up, you know, in here as well. It's looking pretty good. Okay. Just a tiny little cut here. And there. Okay, let's see, what else can we do? We have a few somewhere. Here we go, the birthday things. All right, so just a few more birthday things. We're just gonna throw them in. And let's see, I need something small here and maybe over, oh, this one is a great one to put right there. What will fit right there? Do I have something skinnier? Yes, this one. Kind of rotate it like that. And then something right there. Let's do this one and just trim that much. Okay, so there's our entire collage. Then we're just gonna put in some black boxes around the page and see if we need any more icons. There's a lot going on the outer edge of all these pages, so we may not need anything other than the boxes. But let's take a look. So here we go with some boxes. We'll start back here. Back here we will need a few icons probably. But I like creating little layered trios, like 3 sets of boxes all layered together. And we have just enough space for that on this one. So we're gonna do that. Let's see, a skinnier box like this one. Look at that. Okay. And then what about on this page, we do like one going all the way down, probably from over here though. And then we'll layer in and put a box right there. Does this one fit? Not quite. We'll hold that for a second. We will use it eventually. The skinniest one will fit here. and people often ask, what do I use these tiny ones for? Typically put the date in it. It works really well. Okay. Now, let's put one up top so it's a little different because this one's down low. And go with this one here. Now we don't have as much space on this page because obviously it's coming in a bit. So I'm going to put this one here and grab that same size for down here. Okay, so with that, I'll grab this one that we saved and put it right there and do a skinny one here. I just love the set of 3. I think it looks really nice. Okay, we're starting to run low on space now with all these cuts. So we are going to use these ones. And I think we're gonna go from the middle on this one. I always like to think about how the boxes from side to side are lining up. So if one's close to the spine, the other side is close to the spine. If one's up here, the other one's in the opposite corner, most of the time. I think that just adds a balance to the page that I really like. So we're gonna follow the same sort of thing right here and do that. And then I thought putting them here, but I kind of like extending them out this way a little bit. That might look really cool. So why don't we try that? So this one has space. This one does not have space and will go over that sticker. Do I care? I think we're gonna do it. I'm just gonna make sure it's straight. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so here we're gonna go with even smaller boxes. And we went from the center this time, so I'm gonna put them in the corners this time, just so that every page is a little different. And I think we're gonna do 2 boxes of the same size on these pages. And then thinking about where and how to put another box, if I do another box, because this is then layered twice, which would be okay. This would be layered oddly, which would also be okay. I think we're gonna do it like this, but try to get it as close to the edge as possible so they're not lined up together. And then I can do that with a slightly larger box down here. Cool. Okay, so we're running out of space now, you guys. These are the ones where there isn't as much to do, and so these would probably be 1 day of journaling each. This would probably turn into 1 day of journaling like this. So if that's the case, I would probably want to decorate across the page. That's an idea. Laying it like this so you can just write across the page. Let's do that. Okay, so when you're putting a sticker across the page, try to like push in there a little bit so it sits better. Close it, open it, see if it's popping up. If it is, you can use a little bit of double-sided tape on it to hold down the edge that's coming up. All right, and we're just gonna do this and then a little box there. Okay. Then same thing here, we're gonna do like 1 set of boxes. I think we're gonna go with smaller boxes though. So we'll do this one. Then actually, because we're going across the page, do we wanna do one of these sideways? Yeah, that would fit really well actually, if I can line it up right so that it's not, yeah, there we go. Okay, and then since we kind of have a pattern going, we would use this one with it too. And that's also going to go across the spine. some people do not want to write across the spine, and I get that. So if that's you, just line up your boxes on one side or the other. I don't mind writing across the spine, especially when you have like a lay flat kind of notebook. Okay, let's put this one here and get a little thing going across it as well. Like that. And then I fold it over the sticker. Okay. And then right there. Perfect. Okay. One more. This one, let's go with one of these. And I think we're just going to do it from up here, which means we may not even go across the spine. We'll see. Because we could do it in like that, or we could have it come across. I think we leave it in on this one because it would be pretty close to the edge and probably start popping up, and we'd probably have to do some double-sided tape. So if that's the case, what I might do is do a small box down here just for some balance, even though it's going to be one day of journaling there. All right, so this is our spread. I'm just going to look and see. Oh, see, this one's popping up. So I'm just going to put some tape right there and put this down. If you have any extra tape on the page, you can just roll your finger and the tape will come up. All right, so there we go. I'm just looking to see if there's anywhere we need to put anything in. Like right here is a nice spot that we could get a self-care one, and actually we haven't used this one. That's so cute. So we're gonna put her there, and maybe the shoes for like exercise as some physical self-care. All right, and then right here, same thing. We can put a few things in. So let's put in some weights for some physical self-care, these people for social self-care, an eye mask, and oh my gosh, there's a journal. I haven't used the journal. All right, so just down this little gap, because no one's gonna write in that tiny gap. I mean, someone might, but okay, right here, we can do some birthday things. So we hadn't used this cake, and we hadn't used the cupcake. Oh my gosh, I missed the cupcake earlier. There. Okay. And then here, I just feel like right in there, I should put something. So let's get this little one, and then maybe a card, because I feel like it would fit really well. And then this one, let's get some travel things right over there. So you can see I'm kind of matching the page to get things down. Travel was back here, I think. Where are you? Where is travel? Come on. I'm totally missing the travel stuff. Here you are. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in just a few little things and add those few icons there. We could put something here, but we have all of this right here too. Okay, and again, let's put a few little travel things here. What if we make like a little scene in this one? Okay, we've got our little hotel and the bus we maybe took from the airport. And then we've got the plane flying overhead. So a little scene. I am gonna trim this little white part of the bus because I am distracted by that. Okay, this is the final spread. I'm using the new kellofaplan Doodles and Icons book. All right, here we go. This is all available now, so you can check the link down below. Look at how cute this black and white spread is. So many Dutch store pages. Okay, thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.